Wow. Okay, we are here. We are in the 4th week of February, and we are moving into the last week of our self-exploration, our self-study, our svadhishthana. So I hope you're present here with me now. I'm so glad that you've pressed play on this video. It's such a pleasure to be here with you, to create this energy with you, to dive in deep with you. Today we are exploring our sacral chakra, or svadhishthana. We are diving into our creativity. We're giving permission for ourselves to be exactly who we are, to be sensual, to be alive, to be present, to really listen deep down within ourselves to our own inner truth, to our spirit and our being, and allow that to blossom out into the world. So up to now, we have worked to bring together the feminine and masculine aspects of ourselves, to really listen deeply to what that means within us so that we can tap into greater inner strength and bring that out into the world. We have looked at dharana, that single focused concentration. We have allowed that to sit within our belly, to really go into our solar plexus and figure out what we want, who we are, how we're going to enact that out into the world. And we have also gone into Dhumavati, the goddess of death and letting go and shedding what no longer serves us anymore, and releasing it, letting it go, allowing ourselves to really be who we are in a more pure essence, without the layers, without the patterns over top, without the learned cultural patterns and behaviors, without the trauma that we have accumulated over time. And that takes healing. So it's not like all of this is going to happen overnight, but this month has really been about exploring all of those places. Now, what we're stepping into is that we are a creative being, that we are all creative beings. And we are blossoming, we are growing, we are reaching out into this plane, into this world with our own unique expressions. And oftentimes we don't trust these expressions. We tell ourselves no, we dim ourselves down. It can take years, believe me, it has taken me years to listen and trust who I really am. There's always a face. There's always trying to people please, to do what is right, to listen to what the world wants, to respond to the cultural norms. That hasn't gotten me anywhere. And I'm willing to bet that it hasn't gotten you anywhere. So today I invite you to stand. Sit if you'd like to, but I'd really like you to stand up. Really feel your feet underneath you. Bend into your knees. Find that gentle resistance rising up from the earth as you lift up out of your feet and grow tall through your spine and reach out through your crown. Then bring your attention into your sacral chakra, into the svadhishthana part of your body. When was the last time you just created for the sake of creating, my friend? When was the last time you went for a walk and allowed yourself to sing to the sky, to yell at the clouds, to really feel the wind move through you? When was the last time you allowed yourself to respond to another with full sensuality, without holding back, with letting yourself surrender to the moment? Let's take ourselves there. Let's come down into this place in the body. Bring your focus there. Close your eyes if you need to. Find some movement, maybe sway back and forth. Move those hips. Moving the hips and opening that space will help you to access there with more integrity, with more connection, with more tangibility, not just residing up in your head, not residing in the A drive. We're bringing that attention down, 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 down into the body, down into the real knowing of the body. Take some deep breaths here. Let's breathe in together. Deep breath in Exhale, let it go. Tag some weight in your fingertips. Let those palms shine forward. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Another deep breath in. Exhale, side out. Bring your attention down into your sacral chakra. Bring your attention down and intend. Even if you're feeling like, what the fuck is this woman talking about? Just pretend for a moment that you can bring all your attention down into your sacrum. Now you're in your own private space, your own home, hopefully. Maybe your own car. Maybe you're on a beach somewhere, but hopefully you've created a little bit of sacred space around yourself, a bit of room to be who you're going to be, who you are, instead of having to put on a facade, shut your mouth, avert your eyes, be compact. We want to expand. So if you haven't created that space already, I encourage you to do so. If you have, bring that attention down, 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 into the sacrum. With your eyes closed, I want you to take a look around in that chakra. First of all, notice, how big of a space is it? Is it small? Is it compact in your body? Is it like a massive cave? Is there lots of space? Can you hear your own voice echo? What is the size of that space within your being? What do you allow for in that center in your body? Now start to breathe down into that space. Breathing down into that space, opening more, opening more, opening more. So no matter what you identify with in terms of size, in terms of the actual physical space within you, allow it to expand. Allow it to unfurl. Let the hips become nice and heavy and relaxed. Breathe into that space with nice, long, deep breaths. And each exhale, imagine that this space expands. It expands, it expands, it expands, it expands, it expands. Now start to notice, what is the light quality in that space? Is it really dark? Do you feel like you're bumbling around? What's happening there? In that space, can you see any lights lit up anywhere? Can you see rooms or nooks or crannies? Is there luminescence that starts to glow, that starts to speak to you, that draws your attention? Do you feel any discomfort in the body? Do you feel hesitant? Or do you feel like you can relax and simply be and let your hips sway? There is no wrong answer here. There's only noticing what's actually happening in this space. So we're just noticing what's really going on in this space in our body. So notice what lights start to illuminate. Notice what feelings start to be triggered. How does your heart feel being here? How does your guts feel being here? Maybe you haven't spent much time allowing yourself to reside in this part of the body. Unless you're a really creative person, unless you've had a lot of space in your life where you've been able to express who you truly are without judgment being thrown back at you, unless you have mentors and elders around you that have taught you how to feel into this place in the body and heal yourself here, you might be hesitant. You might be noticing that there's a lot of triggers come up, that there's a lot of stuff buried in this basement area within your being. That's okay. Just notice, just feel, no judgment. Allow yourself to feel and notice what really is. Then start to notice the quality of the color in this space. Can you notice any color associated with this space? Is there big splashes of color? Is it mostly dark? Do you see deep burgundies or reds? What do you associate with this space? Breathe nice and deep down into this area. Keep those knees nice and soft. Keep a sway happening in your body. Keep your breath nice and deep. The lungs expanding, the diaphragm expanding and contracting. Now find a spot. Find a spot in this space. And you can be doing this with eyes open or closed. Just allow your imagination to play. Find a spot where you can go and sit. Maybe it's somewhere to go and lie down. You find a bed made of silk or satin sheets like womb, like soft moss, like warm clay. Find a place where you can go and lie down within your own sacral chakra, within this womb within you, this safe space within you. Begin to infuse this space with love. Now, if you find that hard to do, if you feel like, I can't love myself here, I am not loved here, no one has ever loved me here in this space, then let the earth, let the intelligence, the beingness that is earth self, rise up through your feet. She is sending you energy. She is pouring love and light and tenderness and healing energy up through your feet and pooling it in your sacral chakra. Just feel that love pouring into you. Don't try to hold on to it. Don't try to judge it. Just allow it to be. And if you have to pretend, my friend. Just pretend. Intend that it is so. So this love is coming up through the legs and it's pooling in the sacral chakra. And you're lying down in this bed made of rose petals or the softest silk you've ever felt in your life. And the room is warm. And there are soft lights that you can notice happening around you. And maybe there's drumming and singing. Women's voices holding you, cradling you. Just allow yourself to be here for a moment, flooding this space in your body with love and acceptance and opening and permission. Just permit yourself to simply be here now, in this place in your body. Feel the power that comes with accessing this space within you. My friend, if you allow yourself to become friends with your sacral chakra, to become one with your sacral chakra, to welcome the svadhishthana part of you home, to come into alignment with it, it can become your best friend and your greatest superpower. Because this is where you create from. If you can tap into this place, and if you can open your heart to this place, and allow yourself to create whatever that is, whether that is being a parent, whether that is really focusing on your work, whether that is being an artist, whether that is being a writer, whether that is being a scientist or a doctor, but pouring your love, whether that's being a construction worker, whether that is being a mason or a gardener, a landscaper. Love what you are doing. Allow that love of the creation, whatever you are creating, crafting, putting together, allowing that energy to flow up through your heart and out through your hands, and spreading that love, that knowing, that deep sense of you out into the world. Imagine the potential. Imagine the potential. And for this moment, and hopefully moments going forward, hopefully over the next week, the next year, the next 10 years, the next 20 years, more and more every single day, you allow this energy, this you, to pour out of your being into the world. You give permission for yourself to take up space. To be, to blossom like a flower blossoms under the kiss of the sun. So you may be feeling a bunch of emotion rising up. I can feel it in my throat. I want to cry with joy. I want to weep with ecstasy at allowing myself to have permission to access this space and give myself permission to really be my creative self, my sensual self, my ecstatic self. So let yourself feel that emotion. Don't try to deny it. Breathe into it. Love yourself, beloved. And start to lengthen the breath once again. Bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your sacral chakra. And with eyes open or closed, start to bring awareness back into the whole body. Start to feel the quality of the air in the room. Start to feel the quality of that air in your lungs. Start to feel how your clothing feels on your skin. Hear the sounds outside your window. Maybe you have a pet nearby and you can hear them scratching or wandering around the house or eating their food. Maybe purring or meowing or mumbling in their sleep. And start to hear the sounds in your immediate vicinity. Do you have a clock in your room? What can you hear that's right close to you now? Feel the nutrients of this exploration filter into every cell of your body. Give your body and your mind permission to welcome this part of yourself home. To give it permission to blossom within you, to become more and more present in your everyday experience. Now, I invite you to release the hands, shake out the arms, shake out the legs. Really feel your body. Come back to who you are. Breathe it out. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Maybe you give yourself permission to go and create. Whether it's to write a poem, whether it's to go dig in your garden, whether it's to go for a drive and sing at the top of your lungs. I hope you give yourself permission to create today, and no judgment, no thinking it through, no trying to analyze. Just let it pour from your being. Blech. Let it out of you. And then that will help to unclog the rubble that has compacted on top of our creative abilities. Just let it flow, and it'll start to flow more and more and more and more and more and more till it becomes natural and it doesn't feel all jagged. Doesn't feel like it's clogged up. Don't let the A drive get in the way, and if it does, breathe. Ask it kindly to please be quiet and bring your attention back down into your sacral chakra, into that creative space. Thank you for being here, my friend, beloved. It's such an honor to create this space with you, to be present with you, because no matter when you watch this video, it is meant for you. And we are here energetically together. I see you, I feel you, I know you, and I hope someday to meet you. Until next time, my dear friend, I hope this practice has served you well. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in such awe of the light in you. Namaste.